Hey, good afternoon. Map here, Map Investments. Bringing you another video on the stock market and financial news and trading, especially derivatives and options and futures. Um, Focus on a lot of spreads. This week was pretty interesting and very good for a trader. I must say this week was an excellent week for Map Investments. And here at Map Investments, we embrace volatility. Uh, let's let's get into the futures and the markets. So I always like looking at the dollar, and the dollar was up strongly on Friday to 96.67. Now we had a lot of action in the dollar. If you look at the two-day chart, let's say 3 day after the Fed meeting, we had that big Fed meeting where they outlined their plan going into next year. You can see that we were at 96.90 and we went all the way down to, I want to say, yeah, 95.85 we hit. And now we're back up to the high almost. So interesting action in the dollar. Now, what's kind of amazing is that with the dollar up, gold was very strong. Gold is at 1800. It basically got to like 1810. Let me pull this back to 2 days and let's do more hours here on this chart here just to get a grasp of the market. Uh, as you can see, we were trading at a low of 1784. I think we were even at 1760 something, and we got up to 1815 on the dollar. So what's weird is that the dollar is strong and gold is heading higher, and silver reversed, um, is down a tick during the week. That I think it hit a low of, it might have hit a low of 21. I want to say 2130, or let me pull up a 3 day chart because the Fed meeting was on Wednesday. Hit a low. Trying to, oh, I can't keep hitting that little question mark. Sorry about that. Let me So I hit a low of 21.30. Wow, it's pretty close. 21.31. I watch this stuff like a hawk. So yeah, and a really big candle, big buyers came in, and we hit 22.68. Finished a little bit off yesterday at 22.38. Um, so that is kind of weird with the dollar strength. That these precious metals are heading higher as well. Now the Fed said they're going to raise rates uh, 3 times next year, and they're going to taper their buying. Um, and the markets are they were pretty volatile this week, going up and down. A trader's dream. We did have the VIX up over 20, and it closed the session yesterday at 21, more or less. I look at VX and VXM. A lot of people look at the VIX. This is the fear gauge. It was up a dollar to 21.57. Obviously, when the VIX is high, there's fear, and then the options become more expensive. The premiums inflate because people are buying protection or um, putting on new positions, and it inflates the prices of the options, and that's when it becomes a good time to become a seller of options. Let's take a look at all foreign currencies were down. Bitcoin was down. Bitcoin currently, well, the futures are closed. Bitcoin currently is trading at 46,861 with not much movement. But we are starting to see a little bit of green in some of these coins. Um, so it's a mixed bag, but it's a little bit better than what has been in the last couple days. Hold on, let me open the door for my mother-in-law. Give me a second. Sorry to interrupt the video, but she's older and I need to help her out. Hola, Mima. Gracias. Estoy haciendo un video. So, okay, let's go back to the future. Sorry for the interruption. Oil closed at 70, down $2. I did pick up some oil. I actually had to roll my contracts. I made a profit, and then I rolled into the next cycle, which you can see right here with the green uh, flag on it. I have some oil contracts, so looking for a bounce in the oil. I think energy prices should head higher. Um, let's keep going down the line. So the S&P was down 40, and it did get under 4,600 to 4,590. And this is the 3-day chart on the S&P 500, ES 500, S&P 500. You can see the low was 45.90 and the high was 47.43. So big ranges. Nice to trade. Um, I'm long some micros. I love the micros because it keeps you soft and it's not soft. It keeps you small and it's manageable and less of a big move in your account. Um, I have mentioned in my prior videos, Ether has contracts right now. That's the big one, and they have a micro, but I don't think they're available yet to trade. Um, Copper holding the 429, 425 level, and meat prices. Well, the feeders were down a little bit, and hogs are at 80, and the feeders were at 136. So meat prices continue to stay high. Small caps we're also all over the place. I'm long a small cap. Look at these ranges. Low of 21.19 to 22.25, so 100 points. So I'm long. I'm long almost everything. So we can go, well, as you see, long small caps. I'm long the British pound because they raised interest rates, so I think their currency might head up a little bit higher, and I think our currency will head lower. Um, Bitcoin is down, but we looked at the futures. I picked up a couple micros. Those are $2,500 per contract. I have oil. I'm long S&P 500. I'm long gold, which we talked about. Now, the Nasdaq was really crazy. The Nasdaq hit 15.6 and the high was 15.4. So it's almost 1,000 point swings in this product. The Nasdaq has been under some serious weakness, but I think that with Omicron and a lot of the cases, a lot of pickup in cases, um, New York reported, if I'm not mistaken, I was reading here on CNBC, New York had like their highest cases. Let me see if I see the headline. There was a headline here I was reading last night. Uh, it was pretty bad. I don't know if it's here. And I know down here in my area that the uptick and the lines at the corona testing facilities are very long. My cousin just left one because she was on a cruise where they had some positive people and she went to go get tested and she said she had to wait 2 hours. Uh, New York, New York, COVID cases. So, news. This is a whole new animal. New York reports highest single day case total of pandemic. New York COVID cases going up exponentially. State breaks single day. So, if God forbid they were do some weird stuff and you know hopefully no lockdowns and stuff like that, but I could see tech getting a boost from this. Um, so I'm long that. I'm long everything. Anyways, it's with interest rates at zero and inflation, running at 7, 8%. Some people say it could be between 11 and 15. Um, there's really no reason to really save cash. You should be invested in different baskets, like I mentioned in my last video. Net gas is down uh, to 366. Palladium has been hit hard, and platinum as well, but there was an uptick in palladium. I talked about silver and the VIX. I'm long corn, soybean, and wheat, and I think that you should get exposure to these grains and exposure to the ag space via uh, a fertilizer companies and maybe even John Deere. Good fertilizer companies. You got CF. You have NTR. You have Mosaic, which I think I have a position in. Those three are pretty good, and John Deere is another ag play. You can also do DBA, which is a basket of agricultural. You could do that one. I have the commodities itself through futures. Interest rates were down. Remember, when bonds go up, interest rates go down. When they sell bonds, interest rates go up. So the bonds were up in the futures, rates were down, which is, you know, kind of weird. Um, so we shall see what next week brings. I think we'll have more volatility. I need to look at the Christmas schedule. I'm not sure how that's going to look, but as you can see, I'm long a lot of stuff, ag, metals, technology, small caps, Dow Jones, the pound. So get engaged in these futures. I do have option positions as well. Um, and I won't get into option trades at this in this particular video because it's getting a little bit long. I'll do another video on cryptos and then on some other trades that I did. I found myself doing a lot of iron flies, so I'll do a video on iron fly and some broken wing butterfly videos so you can see the concept. Anyways, like the video, share it, subscribe, comment below on any content or feedback you would like to receive. But I think there's a big opportunity here in the Nasdaq. It's been pretty beat up, and I think we could see a little bit bounce back up to 16K at least. And the expected move is, let's take a look here. Options, nice IV rank of 47. And then by next Wednesday, it says we should have a 353 point move, give or take, as you can see in the option chain here, right here. So you guys know what I'm looking at. I'm going to circle it for you so you understand what I'm looking at. Oh, sorry, right there. So Monday, you have a 200 point move, more or less. That'll put us at 16K plus if we bounce. And then another 350 by Wednesday to maybe get to 16,250. So that's what you need to do is look at these things and play those ranges. Anyways, see you in the next video. Happy holidays.